If you've been subscribed to the Dissidia NT subreddit, you've probably noticed this big thread going on with 141 comments at the time of this recording that shows off Dissidia NT's models and uncompressed screenshots of the opening cinematic. This leak also has text files for certain things in the game, including the titles of each character, and these titles also reveal the DLC characters on the unpatched version of the game, along with some other characters who have not been announced yet. Vane, Locke, and Rinoa had title text in the game already on release date. These versions of the titles say placeholder rather than their actual text, but along with that, they also say how to unlock that title. For example, reach character level 10 with Vane, even though Vane didn't have a title for character level 10 by then. So along that note, please follow along as I list off each character's mannequin title. There are titles for Gilgamesh's mannequin, Locke's mannequin, Tifa's mannequin, Zack's mannequin, Rinoa's mannequin, Laguna's mannequin, Vivi's mannequin, Yuna's mannequin, Krish's mannequin, kam'lanaut's mannequin, Vane's mannequin, Gavin's mannequin, and Snow's mannequin. Snow, kam'lanaut, and Yuna all coincided with the leak earlier, along with Vane, Locke, and Rinoa, obviously. However, Zack and Vivi were not mentioned in that leak at all. Zack's Japanese actor said a long time ago in some interview I can't find to this day that he would love to do Zack again for Dissidia NT, and also the developer said they would love to do him. Vivi, he's just there. There's really no indication of him being there before we knew about this. Truly the odd one out. Now finally, if you don't believe me, this is also streamed on a throwaway account on Twitch, some live data mining showing off their models in the game already. So this stuff is legit. I'm not gonna source it to anybody because, you know, you're not really supposed to source this stuff. It just happened to happen on the internet one day. Conveniently. Dig deep enough into the rabbit's hole, you'll find more stuff. The text for each stage was listed, including Orban Monastery, which was the first piece of DLC we ever got for NT. Type 0 stage was also included in this entire package of text, known as Dominion of Rubrum. Now, as you know, Type 0 stage is actually called Academia Fountain Courtyard in English, according to the trailer they released of the stage, which had the stage name in English along with it in Japanese. Now, the thing about this is that it probably wasn't decided back then, which means that Final Fantasy 15 stage, Lucis is probably following the same exact kind of naming convention. They don't know what they're going to do with it yet, so they named the basic region that they have an idea for as the stage in the game's files. Other than that, there doesn't really appear to be any sort of indicator of what Lucis could be, what kind of stage it could be. There also doesn't appear to be any kind of indication of Spiritus' tower being a stage, which we saw in one of the early trailers for the game. Spiritus Tower was a stage at one point. Of course, in the final game, you can't fight on that arena. It's only used in cutscenes. Hopefully that's brought back into the actual game. Anyways, let's go into costumes now. We'll be going in ascending order, starting with Final Fantasy 1. Some of these costumes are pretty original with their names. Some of them have similar names to old costumes. Some have the exact same name as old costumes. So I'll put an image of what I think it is on the screen. Warrior of Light will be getting Knight in Shining Armor. Garland will be getting the Discord Incarnate. Furion will be getting The Last Hope. Onion Knight will be getting Shallot Knight. Cecil will be getting his classic appearance from Final Fantasy IV on the NES. Kanan will get The Wanderer. Bartz will get his original sprite-based samurai costume. Hera will be getting the Esper's Progeny. Cloud and Squall will be getting their Kingdom Hearts costumes. Zidane will be getting Marcus's bandana. Tidus will be getting a Fleeting Dream, better known as Shirtless Tidus. Shantotto will be getting her wedding dress. Vaughn will get his pirate costume. Lightning will be getting alternate colors for Equilibrium, since those are included, Equilibrium 1, 2, and 3 in the files. Y'shtola will be getting her minor outfit disguise. Rams will be getting Heroic Heretic, and Ace will be getting a combat overcoat. Interestingly enough, every single costume follows the Dissidia Arcade release order, except for Ace and Ramza, which they're flipped. But I'm sure it's just a little mistake that doesn't really matter in the end. So how do you think we would earn these costumes? Money? Gil? Either way, you can earn Gil through the Battle of the Gods in Japan, in the arcade version of the game, which is actually translated in Dissidia NT's files. It's called Valiant Strike, but all the files basically saying the instructions of the mode, how the mode works, etc. are actually in the game's files itself. Meaning if they really wanted to, they probably could just initiate a Battle of the Gods on the PS4 version of the game. The trailer for this mode is also in the game's files, and it was released a very long time ago, so if you want to check it up yourself, you can, if you want to watch it yourself. Also, the final battle cutscene and the intro cutscenes are also in the game's files, unsurprisingly, since they need to be in the game's files from the work or whatever. But there's uncompressed versions of that in the game's files as well. All the music from that mode is actually on Dissidia NT in English. This is because if the player switches the language in the Japanese version of the game needs to be able to display all these names in English for all these songs, even if we can't access them ourselves in our own English copies. This means all the data is in the game, we just can't access it. Unfortunately, that's how the world works, I guess. There's also an Ultima Rank, which is totally unused in all versions of the game, including arcade. It's only in Japanese as well, but it's a rank higher than Crystal. Another unused mode is the gallery mode, which could have been like a model viewer, I guess. That's my finest guess. I really have no idea what this could have been. As we switch our focus back to characters to conclude this video, let's talk about voice lines. If you poke around the Dissidia subreddit, you'll find paste bins with character quotes, a huge list of all of them. Everything is subtitled. Literally every single noise that comes out of the characters' mouths are subtitled, and they have some really funny subtitles. For example, taking a lot of damage, blood spewing from mouth, taking slight damage, touching a hot stove, taking slight damage, stubbed toe, taking slight damage, stepped on a Lego, bring it, bracing for incoming enemy, lunge effort, slight grunt of exertion, struggling to jump to the side, effortless movement. You get the idea? Okay, good. Now I want to go specifically to Cloud Strife's NT quotes paste bin. Along with every single quote being subtitled, there's also unused quotes that are subtitled. For example, here with Cloud, you can see one that says, "I feel it in my soul." To prove that these were all recorded, look at this picture right here from the Dissidia NT Behind the Voice Actors video. This line specifically, "It's not an excuse. I can feel it in my soul." These lines are given to the actors to record. And right behind line 177, "I feel it in my soul," is line 176, "It's not an excuse." So yeah, these lines were given to the actors to record at that time, and they're in the game probably, we just can't hear them at all. And our last bit of unused character stuff comes in the form of HP attacks. There's a big file detailing all the EX skills, HP attacks, and unique EX skills in the game. For example, line 17 is Bart's Good Luck Charm EX skill. Line 20 is Squall's Draw and Junction. Scroll down far enough and you'll start finding the HP attacks. Let's start with the Y'shtola. 148, Holy. 149, Vivifying Lance. 150, Holy Snare. 151, Spiritual Ray. 152, Assize. 153, Geomancer. Those are two Final Fantasy XIV related things. Assize being a skill that white mages learn that are on level 53, and Geomancer being the kind of fighting style they're kind of related to. There's a Geomancer in one of the quests, but essentially white mages fight like Geomancers using the earth to fight. Let's go down to Sephiroth. Scintilla, Heartless Angel, Black Materia, Octoslash, and Supernova. Every single character has this. Some of them say unused like aces, but strangely enough, the latest character at the time of this patch, Noctus, being added after Golbez, has his own 5th HP attack known as One True King. It's right above Warp and right under Plunge. Maybe they're coming back to the idea now that since they're done with all the main characters in the game, they want to introduce a 5th HP attack for everybody. That about sums up our leaks. If you guys want to know more about these leaks and do your own research, I would recommend doing it yourself. I don't want to get any further into this shady stuff and get in any more trouble than I already am in. So I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe, join your mom, and bye.